Today we're going to demonstrate React Turbo Scaffolding on Visual Studio Code. We're going to be adding React views to a React application. So we're going to start by opening the integrated terminal. And we're going to just make a project directory. So we'll do a make dir and we'll call it test react app 1. And then we're just going to change to that directory, so we'll do a cd test react app 1. And now we'll create the React project using the Visual Studio template. .NET new React. Okay, so it looks like the application has been built, and we get a message there that to run npm install to restore the npm packages. So we'll go ahead and do that. Npm install, and this typically takes between 5 and 10 minutes, so this is a good time to go get some coffee or check on your email. For the purpose of this demo, we're going to shorten this to about 10 seconds, so stick around. Looks like we're done, and we'll run the application. .NET run. Okay, and it looks like we're listening on port 5000, so we'll go to our browser, localhost 5000, and there's our application. Unfortunately, there's nothing here that we want. Let's stop this using Control-C. So what we'll do now is we'll create React components for our actual application. And what we're going to do is use our database to create our React component views. We have a simple database called movies, and we have some tables here. We've got an actor table, we've got a genre table, a movie table, a movie actor table, and a tagline table, and a couple of junk tables that we don't want to scaffold. So we've already installed React Turbo Scaffolding, and so now we're going to invoke it. So we type .NET and React TS is all we need. That'll bring up the help, and if we scroll up we can see that we're running React Turbo Scaffolding CLI version 1.9.18, and we have a usage example. And you may notice from the example that we only have two parameters, the connect parameter and the DB context parameter. That's all you need to scaffold your entire application with React Turbo Scaffolding. All the other parameters, and there are lots of them, are optional for fine-tuning that. So we'll go ahead and scaffold our application. So we'll type .NET React TS and then our connection string. Connect server equals localhost. I believe this is SQL 2012. Database is movies, and we'll be using integrated security. Integrated security equals true, and then the only other parameter that we need is the name of our DB context, and we'll just call that app DB context. And there's actually one other parameter we're going to use. We're going to use a parameter called skip models to tell React Turbo Scaffolding not to scaffold some junk tables that we have in the database. So we want to skip a table called big test. We want to skip another one called movie 010818, a table in our database called sysdiagrams. We're going to skip that, and we're going to actually skip one more table for now, movie actor. We're going to skip it from now and get back to it later, and I'll show you why in our next video. So that should be enough to run our scaffolding engine and create our application. So there it is. We have some results. we can see that it says that views for 4 models were created, routes and navigation views were created, 4 controllers were created, client models were created, and Entity Framework models were created. And then we have a link to our website and next steps. So we've got to run npm install .NET Restore and .NET Build. Okay, and then we'll do a .NET Restore. And then a .NET Build. And then we can run our application. .NET Run. So again, it's listening on port 5000, so we'll go to our application. And that's the old application. What we have to do is run Webpack to refresh our application. So we do an npm run, and we have a script in the packages.json file called dev, and another called prod, which run Webpack. So since we're in development, we'll do run the dev, and that'll refresh our application. Okay, now we can run the app again. .NET Run. And we can go back to our browser. And there we have our React views. So there's our actor table, genre, movie, and tagline. We've got built-in sorting, paging. We can change the number of rows that we want to see, display rows. We can filter across all columns. Okay. If we want to search for all male actors, or even ones that are 49. And then we have full CRUD support, so we can create an actor. Okay, I don't know. We can read. Okay, we can update, and we can delete. So there you go, React Turbo Scaffolding for Visual Studio Code.